Happy Friday. Welcome to La Vida Baseball. I got Oni Guillén, and this guy looks like he owns a bull.
Hey, look, El Capote. I want to be a bullfighter a long time ago.
I hope you're getting free clothes. You plug in.
No, I don't, man.
I was driving here today, and I was like, it's December already. Like it's December.
No,
like this year.
December 4th.
This year's gonna end, and this whole thing's been going on. We've been so lucky to still be able to do the show and still bring people content, and the hot stove and everything's already going. So this year's gonna end pretty fast. So we got to get on.
It was very, very quick. It says December 4th. Seemed like wow, my God! You see like a little Aussie born 2 days ago.
Well, seven months ago, little Ozzy was born. Let's get right into it. The part of the show where we showcase the family, doing it for the gram. It's Christmas and it's here, and the Guillén family has started to celebrate it. So check it out.
Ok, abre la caja. Ah, falta Osney. Y después te lo vamos a poner en un lugar, ¿ok?
Adela va a hacer abre.
¡Abre! ¡Abre! ¡Sorpresa!
La caja, abre la caja. Sí, ábrela. Mira, aquí.
Abre.
¡Sorpresa!
Ajá, pero mira, Adela, ve. Lo vamos a guindar así, mira. Así. Ajá. Párate.
So just a little video action of the Familia Guillén.
Yeah. You know what? The video is of Adela. My mom got Adela a small, because she's a small person, a tree for her to put. She's obsessed with animals. For her to put the ornaments on the tree, and as we can see, other than the fact that she's wearing leopard print shirt, she loves animals, and it was really fun for everyone to do it. And I had never experienced anything like that because I was obviously little when you guys did it, but it was great that my mom did that.
Christmas is a renew on our life. You know, in the past, you guys growing up, we just make a jackass and something to eat. Now with Adela and little Ozzy being babies, now my house is like a back to the back to the old school 30 years ago, 35 years ago. Now it's back to be a normal Christmas for us. And I think it has been great. You know what I mean? I just put lights on the house. In Venezuela, it's 95 degrees and drunk. Here it's 22. And when your wife talking to you and you try to put the stuff together and she's...
It annoys you a little bit. My mom's like, well, go left, go right. And you're like, please shut.
I'm making a Christmas tree for baby Ozzy, and all the figurines are going to be Gary Gaetti.
Mustache with mustache.
Little Gary Gaetti's. This guy's Gary Gaetti,
this
Paul
guy,
Molitor, Rod Carew.
So
only 1990.
The real players.
Only 1980s.
Okay, so if you guys don't know, Ozzy's obsessed with the 80s decade. My dad actually lived the 80s decade. So questionable music choices. So that's a great decade.
Talking about decades and the game of baseball changing and the way that the game is approached, and now it's a game that embodies not just what happens on the field, but people really care what you do off the field. Breaking news this past week, something that we all kind of already knew that was going to happen. It's unfortunate now because now it's public, but the San Francisco Giants have made a public announcement that Aubrey Huff is officially not invited.
So is it the 10-year reunion?
It's a 2010 World Series champion.
Wow, it's already been 10 years. That's amazing.
The 2010 World Series team that Aubrey Huff hit a home run, I believe it was Game 3, a guy that was a clubhouse centerpiece.
Big presence.
Big presence. They had him there because of the clubhouse presence. They had him there because he was a leader at the time. And now the team has said that they don't want him there.
The team or the organization?
The organization.
The organization, not the team.
Well, according to the article, they had a team voting, and I want to ask the team how this happened. Was it hey, do you want Aubrey here? Or was it like in a Survey Monkey, or was it in a group text? Because how do you vote in a group? Because I'm going to be honest with you, there's guys on the team for World Series championship teams that we've been a part of, that if they had a team voting, they wouldn't want them back just because there wasn't people getting along. So for Aubrey,
hey, there's some guys.
No, I'm just saying. So for Aubrey, the whole like the team voted you out is done because now Aubrey's texting players.
I'm sure that
hurt his feelings.
I'm sure that hurt your feelings.
But as a Giants, what they should have done is said, no, it's not the team. It's me, the owner.
Yes,
it's me, the organization.
It sounds better, man. You know why?
Better
Because I know for a fact, Aubrey you like it or hate it. That's up to
You guys have a little history with Tampa. And you
I
guys,
know. I know. I abuse him.
Yeah,
I abused him when I was a kid. Great man, a great teammate. No, with me.
So that's why
Tampa Bay was a great teammate.
But this is the ironic part, okay?
Because I did. I'm sorry, I did that World Series. I did the World Series, and I asked a lot of people, including the manager, Bruce Bochy. He said Aubrey Huff is being a lot because I asked him about Aubrey because I know Aubrey for a long time. He said, "Man, this man is a leader. He go out there and make everybody lose. When you got to say something, you say something."
So this is Bruce Bochy telling you this.
Yes. But the funny thing about it is just why you make politics combined with baseball. All the song, we cannot say anything we feel. We hurting people feeling because how we thinking. You know, Aubrey's not against. I know he says stupid thing. I said a stupid thing before. I think he's a little bit worse than me. But what this thing had to do, we be back to something is very special.
Well, the part is this, okay? So the clubhouse guy that was funny, that makes jokes in the clubhouse, that is off the wall, that is a little wild.
My God.
I think every team has one of those.
Every team, okay, I'm saying no, but he makes a joke on Twitter, okay? Because San Francisco wants to save face and say it's not for his support of Donald Trump. But Kirk Schilling has never tweeted anything bad, like as a joke, and he's not getting in the Hall of Fame because of support of Donald Trump. So my concern is with this is we're starting to worry about their own political views. Aubrey made a joke. He's come out and explained that this is what he meant by the joke, that he had never used that word, and he apologized. But again, if we're going to pretend San Francisco Giants, maybe it's different now because you got a new manager in town. But players talk like this all the time.
Everywhere.
So I'm saying, so people talk like this. So the fact that he's being punished and made a part of it, like if they made a public spectacle of we're not inviting him because we don't stand, that's hard.
This is the day and age that we live in now, and it's really unfortunate because if you have a little bit of, if you're a public figure or you have a fan base, you have to be very careful about what you say because clearly it has big repercussions. Such a big moment for Aubrey Huff winning that World Series and being a part of that World Series. Now he can't be part of the celebration because of something that he tweeted. Social media has to be used very, very responsibly, especially now because we're living in some crazy times because it doesn't matter who you support, it's going to have backlash. And the Giants as an organization feel like they don't want to deal with this because once Aubrey is there, that's going to be a distraction. And it's unfortunate. And I'm sure Aubrey regrets it.
I think he regrets the joke.
No, I'm sure he regrets it. I'm sure. No, he regrets not. He regrets not being there with his team.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because he earned that.
Well, he earned that.
He earned that. So now he's thinking, because I follow him on social media. He's very vocal, and I respect the fact that he's out there. Because everyone should be entitled to their own opinion and not be held responsible. But that is the day and age we live in.
By the way, that happened to me in the past.
No, it happened in the past.
But imagine the couple weeks ago. Wait a minute, let me put over there. A couple weeks ago, they interviewed me. The interview lasts like 20 to 40 minutes. A great interview about Tony La Russa, the White Sox, Ozzy's bagging on, all kind of things. What I see with the ball club, they only focus on Tony. Okay, then the writer. I don't know what I said the name here. Think the writer had the professional way to say, read about it, and I say also did write it. And we not change. You change couple thing because the way I sound is the same thing. The way you sound, but my English is not that very college and degrees and stuff. I was saying my way. The way I was saying don't look good at all. Yeah, but if you print that, Ozzy is this, Ozzy is that. Thank God I got kids next to me to watch my backs and the stupid incidents in Miami happen and say I love Fidel.
So I'll give you
but maybe I'll say the same stuff without
I'll give you an example. 2005 White Sox reunion, they don't invite you back because they feel that the comments that you made about Fidel Castro were inappropriate.
He in Chicago, nobody who is Fidel.
Okay, I'm saying though, I'm
Jerry Rice said, by the way, Jerry went to Cuba. The commissioner of baseball went to Cuba. The president of the United States went to them. They have pictures together.
I know, but I'm saying,
why
saying
me?
That's the scenario. You're losing the thought process of this. That's what's happening to him right now because of the decision that he made. And we're seeing Kurt Schilling, people publicly saying because of his support of who he is going. And this is what I'm trying to say is, if we're going to accept one side on what they believe in, what they support, even if the other side, you do not agree, it's harsh, it's unreal, we cannot sit there and start judging players. When you're a fan, don't root for them, don't buy their jersey. If you're a team, don't sign them. But if they're already a part of it, that's hard because you start looking back because people are going to start being more quiet because this is what happened.
Well, this is the thing this is what I don't, before we jump into the next topic, stuff like this leads celebrities and athletes to just be robots. And in this day and age, I like the fact that there's Trevor Bauer. I like the fact like the fact that there's guys.
You're supposed to be democracia.
Yeah,
it's called the First Amendment.
Yeah,
okay,
well,
that's so fake.
It's a republic.
Okay, that's so fake. Whatever if you a figure, you known by the fact, if you say something, so you would have heard somebody.
No, you will.
Somebody out there gonna be like, really? Somebody, at least one, is gonna be against you. And I don't say this is not a freedom of speaking anymore. It's not. If you
have
somebody,
repercussions.
you can say that, but you're gonna lose your job.
Yeah, but now everyone's been warned. Okay, it's super upsetting. I feel bad from Aubrey from a personal level because even though he's not going to stop his political views, he's still going to be tweeting.
I'm gonna give you worse.
I'm saying I feel bad that he's not going to get to be there with his teammates.
It's going to be worse. And then Lou Manny Rosario is saying, "Are you the same at work that you are in your personal life?"
No one is.
No one is because you can't act the same way. That I was drunk 2 weeks ago. I can't act that way when I come on this show. Be like, I would be shirtless right now. So you have to have a line and says, "Hey, or my personal life." Once those lines get blurred, that's when it gets scary.
I'll give you
Jose Canseco wrote a book. Look at him now. He's at a car wash. He wants to fight the guy.
But Canseco was right.
No.
I just saw it. No, I just saw it. MLB. Wait a minute. MLB. I'm not going to get into it. MLB showed that last night. I'm bored, tired, working my house, helping my wife to do stuff. Tired. Never watch MLB because they show a lot of the same thing every day. Okay, and I saw Canseco's when they are in the podium there. Now I told my go, I lived that years. You know what? Jose was right.
Well, no one said he was wrong. But no one said he was wrong. But the part is this: you're talking about people are different, okay, at work, and it is true.
You have to be.
You have to be. So even when you follow a player, we're getting to the point that I don't want to follow this player because he did this, and that's fine. For me personally, your personal life to when you're on the batter's box, for all means, I want you to go deep.
People tell me all the time, perfect example, when you have a picture of him, Diego Maradona passed away the other day, and people are like, he's a horrible human being.
Doesn't make him stop being a great soccer player.
Personally, why do we care? Camera, I don't know why. Why do we care so much about what athletes and celebrities think? I care about Aubrey Huff, that he was a good player, that he could hit the ball, that he was good in the clubhouse. I don't care about Aubrey's thoughts on political views.
Nobody should be. It should be that way.
I don't care if Maradona did 100 grams of cocaine.
Good, he got money on friends.
I care how he plays. I don't care about what Michael Jordan did. I cared about what he did.
Because no one's perfect. Because no one's perfect.
Your role models should not be athletes. Your people that you don't know. We give so much weight to fame and celebrity. Why? People that you don't even know. Don't let Aubrey Huff's opinion ruin your day.
Absolutely. And again, did you really think if you got to know Aubrey, you kind of guessed where he was standing? And again, Aubrey's people are going to get mad at this. I have a lot of respect for Aubrey from on the field. He's always been a great guy to us, to our family. He's always been a guy like this guy that speaks out. It's not he's doing anything undifferent, but we'll see how this story continues. The next one is where Major League Baseball is going. The next topic. Man, 2 days ago was very surprising. Non-tender, which basically means for everyone out there, means when a player who is on the 40-man roster, who is under the 6 years of being a major leagues of service, meaning you're in the leagues for 6 years.
A lot of shocks.
You don't get brought back to the team. So if you're in the major leagues and you have less than 6 years, your team has to offer you a contract. Either go to arbitration or you get non-tendered. Usually non-tendered means that they don't want to pay what your value is going to be. So they think
we're going to let you test the market.
We're going to let you test the market, and we can get you at a cheaper rate or let other teams go. But the list now, it used to be a list of guys like they were like almost 30 years old, got to the big leagues late.
25, 26.
There's guys like Kyle Schwarber, guys that were on lists 2 years ago and unmovable lists.
And let me also say this before you jump into that list is that think about this, people. You could be hot 2 years ago and have the hottest girlfriend in the world, and then the next follow down 2 years, and you could be nobody wants you. Kyle Schwarber after the World Series, I mean, they were never. The Cubs talked about like he'd be the next Babe Ruth.
The reason they traded Eloy Jimenez. No. The reason they traded Eloy Jimenez. The reason they traded Eloy Jimenez is because Kyle Schwarber was there. When you look at his numbers, okay, he's done what everyone else has done. Oh yeah, he struck out.
I just think they expected more.
They expected more. They expected him to be the superstar.
The guy.
Alvaro Mora is another guy that
one of the best defensively.
Urena at 24 years old. The Marlins. Carlos Rodon. Mazzara.
Well, last season they traded Mazzara. Said this is a guy.
A very low. But here's the part also. The other one is this one. Eddie Rosario of the Twins. A guy that. So the part that I find interesting is this. Okay.
Corona killed everyone.
The Twins will not pay him $10 million.
The Twins won't pay him $10 million. So other teams will get him. This is where I want teams like the Seattle Mariners
to make a run.
Pittsburgh Pirates. If I was a general manager with this, I would have looked because I made the lineup.
Decent lineup.
Martinez. Yeah. Jose Martinez. I would make a lineup and say I can fill in gaps now to make my team competitive. What I don't want is these guys not to get
guys like $8 million. $10 million.
If you're going to tell me that Nomar Mazzara is not worth $3 million to play right field in a platoon, or Carl Schwarber and his 30 home runs.
Oh yeah.
He 60-game season. Hold on. He had a hard 60-game season. So did Javi Baez. So okay, maybe he's not worth $20 million.
What do you mean about why they keep the third baseman, my favorite player, Brian?
Well,
but they don't keep that. This guy sure got a better year than Brian.
They're trying to.
You know why? Because they're going to sign him, and all of a sudden they're going to trade him. And the only way the Cubs going to be better if they trade one of those guys to bring kids back. Because all of a sudden the Cubs went crazy. They got great results because they win the World Series. They went crazy. They trade everybody, being bam, 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 boom. They win. All of a sudden, we don't have no money.
Well,
we don't have prospects.
Hold on, I'm going to say something real quick, okay? And it's called the window. Everyone talks about the window. The only team that's had a window are the Dodgers and the Braves. Their windows lasted decades. This is for White Sox fans out there.
Windows open and close very fast.
Oh God.
No, hold on. Extremely open. The Cubs in 2016.
2 years.
2016. I scouted in 2012. The team was starting to get built. Theo comes in 2016. You saw Contreras, you saw Baez, you saw the team coming together. Theo comes in, they make the move for Joe Madden. Team gets hot, dominates completely all the way through the World Series, wins the World Series, and people were talking dynasty. They made it to 2 NLCS.
No.
Hold on. They made it to the playoffs every single year after that. So that means that they weren't bad. And then the NLCSs. So their teams were good. This is how hard it is in baseball.
Exactly.
Their teams were good. 1 ring. Okay. Now it looks like they're going a different route with the plan. You're looking at teams' windows right now that think that because their teams have young talent, that their window is going to be 5, 6, 7 years old.
Wrong.
Carlos Rodon last year, okay, we sat here in the winter and he was on everyone's starting rotation for a team that was going to be playoff bound. Okay. So you're telling me right now in a team that is thirsty for pitching. Hold on. Kopech is coming back from the Tommy John because he hasn't pitched from it. He's coming back from his mental issues. Cease is still building up. Lopez, you don't know what you have on him. Keiko's a guy who's on the other side a guy that can get hurt in a moment. The only guy that's solid, young age in the last 2 years is Giolito. So on a team that you're looking to bring arms in.
They might sign him back, though.
I'm saying, though, if they don't sign him back.
Well, if he doesn't sign with anyone else.
If they don't sign with anybody else, he's going to be very upset. But I'm saying, though, a young player like that
has been hurt every year. Every time I say that because I cover the White Sox most of the time, a lot of time. Every time we see Rodon in the mound, he's going to rehab assignment. Every time. At least
I'm saying, he's had rehab assignment. He can't be a starter.
But that kid is been.
He can't be a starter.
But last year,
he didn't help him.
Last year they used him wrong.
They did.
Mr. Cooper, Mr. Renteria, they used that kid or whoever is in the office to use it. Terrible. This kid is not supposed to pitch last year, especially in crucial situation, doing different things. He's a reliever. I was a GM and anything right now, I will pick that kid because you're going to be
Of
cheap.
course.
You're going to be cheap.
Three to 4 innings.
Minnesota Twins.
And
Minnesota Twins,
and he has
three-
something to prove.
3-4 innings. Right now, if you throw 5 innings, you're a Cy Young.
This is a,
Hold on.
This
If
is
you
a
throw,
winter league pitching.
no. If you throw 5 innings right now in Major League
Jose
Baseball,
Barrios just signed for $6 million.
then if you throw 5 innings, if you're a
Cheap.
500 pitcher and you throw 5 innings,
1
you're
year.
considered a Cy Young. Rodon can give you 3 to 4. You know that he can do it in the big league level. If he's healthy, he can do it.
Yeah, good
that
stuff.
was a surprise. Urena, though, the guy
Wow.
from the Marlins, one of the best stuff in Major League Baseball. People are like, "Who would you take him?" I'm like, if I think my pitching, I think the Cleveland Indians should go get him and make him work with that pitching coach because guess what? You can't teach arm, and that takes us to our next topic. Trevor Bauer makes a comment. Okay, Trevor Bauer is not Ozzie Jr., not Ozzie Guillén, not Oni Guillén. Trevor Bauer is a very smart man, and he knows his craft, which is pitching. Became the Cy Young this year. When I talk about he knows his craft about pitching, it's not about how good he is on the mound. There's pitchers that pitch but know nothing about pitching. This kid is obsessed with baseball and knows the ins and outs of the game. So he said that 8 years ago, he became obsessed with velocity and spin rate, okay? And that he tried everything that is available to anyone that is legal to get better spin rate and velocity. He worked out, he did this, everything. And he said, nothing helps except putting substance on the ball. It could be the pine tar, it could be something clear, but nothing improves spin rate. People were looking at it like it's a cheating thing. Then the article comes out and saying like he was being, like Trevor was doing something bad. But what Trevor was saying, and we discussed it in the past, and now it was reaffirmed, more than 20 MLB executives have said, executives meaning coaches, managers, former players, in the article, according to the article, that 90% to 99% of pitchers use some type of substance in the ball, meaning something that is illegal in the book. It has become a norm and everyone uses it. And that's why it's not looked or frowned upon.
Okay, by the way, who wrote the article? People, who say the 20 people in baseball saying it? Okay, yes, they've been using that for 100 years. Why? You play, it's 20 below zero, windy like Chicago. You need that. You need that. Why? Because it's on a hitter, and I will say, hey, you got pine tar on? Thank you.
Yeah, don't kill
because
me.
I know one that guy.
There was a quote from this is a dumb quote. Somebody, an MLB executive was quoted. This is worse than steroids. And I said,
okay, by the way, Major League executive right now, they went to Harvard, they went to this, they don't know, they never wear a uniform.
By the way, that's a
never.
dumb comment because when you take
Yeah,
steroids,
some
it
people,
increases your velocity.
Yeah, and some people.
By the
are
way,
wondering-
okay,
two things. Some people are wondering about your sweater. They're asking if you're hot in it in the vest down here. And then I don't
You
know.
have a sweater. I'm not hot.
It's a winter one. And shout out to Top Hat. They have a.
Hey, by the way, I buy this in South Hill, and this is for my favorite store in. I want to be a bullfighter today. Okay. By the way, go back. No, because I hate when people talk like that when they don't know. Oh my God, I'm almost cursed. Rubber baseball. You know why? Because I play shortstop. I got pine tar in my glove.
Yeah.
Every time the guy picks the ball, I grab just in case they hit the ball to me. I got to grab. I played with a pitcher. I cannot gonna say the name. 1970s. Very good pitcher. Every time the ball go around.
Oh, you said his name last week.
Wait a minute. Every time the ball go around, we caught the ball. We snipped the ball. We erased the ball. We put pine tar. When he got to him, it was Gus Polidor, Ozzie Guillén, Luis Salazar, Norman
Well, if
Carrasco.
you do that, now they can look the player.
Right, they can look whatever they want. But when the ball gets to his hands, Bruce Bochy was a catcher. When the ball gets to his hands, he started laughing.
By the way, he was like 80 years old.
Okay. By the way, it wasn't pine tar. It was Vaseline.
But that's what they're saying. But I'm saying though,
speed, everything.
But that's what they're saying. Though. So when you're looking at the ball, it's really hard to tell. And I'm gonna put the pine tar like the COVID, where people pretend like I'm safe. Like if the only way you're safe from COVID is inside your house, not touching anybody, like in a bubble. Because if you're on the field, okay, and you're like when people you can't sanitize the ball.
Listen,
so so like once a ball touches, like the ball's moving around. So like the pine tar, and again, we've seen the catchers put it on their chest.
Oh, you see? Wait a minute. You see Ato's catcher? You see the gears? You see the chin guard and the side of the chin
because,
guard?
but you can
Because
say,
I see catchers go like this.
Well,
Look, where's my leg?
remember the video
Boom,
of
pine tar,
the ball
bat.
went on Yachty?
On
and
Yachty's chest.
And it stuck to him. But listen, let's be
Yeah.
honest to all you novices out there, and I don't
Check
expect
the gear of the catcher.
novices-
It's all dirty.
novices I don't think watch our show. These are avid baseball fans and just fans of the shows in general. If you've never played the game, this is not cheating. This is gamesmanship. No
so
one,
take it out of the
Oh,
rule.
when,
No
when you
one-
can
hold
put,
on.
when you put sand
No
or
one-
cut it, yeah.
no one that actually plays baseball or has played baseball, even at a high school level, has any problem with pine tar.
So they got to
games.
take pine tar away, and this is a part where people go in crazy. Okay, is the fact that you cannot, because if they say okay, pine tar is allowed, is somebody going to grab a whole tar and like do it? So like the way that it's functioning right now, it's not affecting the
It's
game.
speedball, and go like this.
Yeah. Well,
And
used to
the
be legal.
third, that ball move.
Yeah.
Pine tar, not.
No. So
Pine tar
I
got better grip.
Better grip.
People, when
Yeah,
you
it's
go
like
like
when you
this,
play in your infield, you put it on your
like
it's
this,
so when you catch
and you
it,
got
have grip.
Vaseline, and that ball move. Pine tar is just a grip of the ball.
By the way, so Trevor Bauer made another comment, which this one was very surprising. He said that there's rumors in Major League Baseball that they spike your drink or they spike, because the way I thought about it, no one runs around and, like, with a needle and says, "I got you." No one does that. That's not happening. But my whole guess is it's got to be a needle. It's got to be like a drink. Maybe the food. I'm
what
not a
does he mean, though,
scientist.
so that people test positive.
This is like the myth of this falls on the myth of when the NBA, when women were getting pregnant in the NBA without sleeping with players, when they were like taking sperm, that
Yeah,
whole story.
yeah.
This, like, I play with you, you want me to get test positive, so you spike my drink,
So I could play over you.
so I can. I'm assuming play
I
over
mean,
you,
I don't-
or
listen.
by the way, or you're on the bench as a manager, a coach, or as a player, and you're like, I want that bonus in the playoffs.
So you have to walk
guys,
around-
you guys are
Hey,
weak,
you have to
and
walk
you
around-
start like spiking people's
that
drinks
means guys walking around the clubhouse like if you're an 18-year-old girl at a club.
at a club. Like,
You're like,
wanna
I
get
don't
drunk."
want to get the date rate run. Like,
Yeah.
I got to cover
Yeah.
my drink.
I'm
So,
just saying though, like,
listen, I don't know what to make of this. Trevor is, I don't know what he saw or what rumor
But
he
it's
heard.
funny because when you're a free agent and you make all those comments, people don't go like, I ain't signed that guy in my ball.
Well, I'm
Well,
just
they're
saying, that was like that. But this is the thing, though. Like, if you talk about the part that I love about the rumor, which is awesome, and I love the fact that he shared it, is if you're like, yeah, there's older guys doing it. There's drugs that are undetectable. Everyone knows those rumors. Like Adela's like, Adela, do you think guys in the MLB take steroids? And she's like, and she's
I have
too.
a question. Do you
But I'm
guys,
saying, though-
who Manny Rosario is asking, do you think that Trevor's mouth is going to cost him money?
That's what I told him last
No,
night.
last night, I don't think it's going
We
to
talked
cost
about
him
it.
money.
I think we will, man.
I think that the teams
Worry
that-
about
I think that,
bringing this guy to the ball.
I think
Yes.
there's going to be teams that
It's
are
good
like,
for the fans to know what he say, but believe me, the politics about baseball,
so there's
it's
certain.
so
by the
deep.
way, so there's certain teams.
That man-
the Yankees, for example.
that
okay?
man gonna be like, I will have. Okay, if you're gonna sign nowadays, when you're gonna sign somebody, the general manager go, "Hey Pedro, will you sign this manager? You like it?" No, I don't like it. Well, we're gonna do the best. Hey man, we're gonna sign. Okay, now if you say if you're in the team, and I call say, "Hey Oni, what's up? Hey, we think signing. Do you think this guy can help us?"
Yeah,
Because that's a question. And you said, "Oh well, I don't know. He can help us on the field, but on the field we have to be careful or be aware."
Listen,
so this is the part.
it's not going to cost him money.
Not money.
because he's in
Not
his
money.
prime.
No, not money. It's not going to cost them money. Maybe options because of this. We're worried about what players say to the microphone. Take a knee, stand up,
Or
do
man-
whatever.
or managers.
Or managers, political views. We're worried about everything that we're worried about
Had
everything.
nothing to
players
do
say.
with the game.
It had nothing to do with the game of baseball. We're not going to sign Ozzy because he thinks it was funny that Fidel Castro is still alive. We don't want to bring Aubrey Huff back because he made a comment about bringing people over. We're not, or he likes Donald Trump. We're not going to let Kurt Schilling in the Hall of Fame because he's a Trump supporter. We're not going to we're going to say Tony La Russa is a racist because he made a comment 4 years ago about taking a knee and what he thought about the anthem. But we're allowed to talk about things in the clubhouse. So I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm a top player, okay, and I use the pine tar, or I might have rituals that I have when I play, and I'm worried about this guy coming in and being in my circle, I call my GM and say, hey,
Thank
by the
you.
way, just letting
I
you know
say
this
that.
right now, I'm not telling you that I'm using, but I don't want this person in my business.
And I will say this, that I wasn't going to, teams are going to sign him because some of these, he's too good not to be signed.
He's too good.
But there's guys,
I don't know, man.
There's going to be guys on other teams that are studs that are like, you
I
know
don't
what?
know.
I'm not, they're not going to be crazy about.
People were
I'm
worried
not
about,
confident
yeah,
with
but
him.
people
Yeah.
were worried about Tony La Russa going into a clubhouse. After those comments, whoever signs you,
Yeah.
you're like, And again, I think Trevor's a guy that if he plays for you,
it's like
I'm saying if he plays for you,
it's
love
like
him.
the guy Mike Friars.
Yeah,
what do you got to deal with? Hey, this guy's
okay, but a couple of days ago, somebody made Jolito. I just said the name. He made a comment in the paper say, "Oh, I have a talk with Tony La Russa. I like the way he coach." And I laugh. I tweeted. I go, "Really?
How does he like it?
You don't have any choice. Tony La Russa manage a better pitcher than you."
Oh, that's a long.
Okay,
list.
thank you. No, it's in the paper.
Coach, like 4 Hall of Fame.
I don't know why guys. Like,
come on, that's what makes football good now, man.
Guys, I like the way guys coach. The guy hasn't coached you yet.
Well, he has, but
no, the why is
his mentality.
I like his opinion, bro. This may be in baseball for thousands of years. You've been in the game for 1 year. Good. You've been good for 1 year.
You don't believe
I don't want to talk about Jolito, but that's an
everyone's
example.
opinion as a manager is the same. I'm gonna let you guys be. I'm gonna let you guys have fun. You don't know what a manager is until you actually get in there and stuff hits the fan.
By the way,
like everything's roses.
Conerco, I just wrote it. I just read it in a book. You know, all the opinion about thing. The team we have, they thought they was in boot camp with me. Conerco just say, man, since Ozzy got here, it has been a party. Like since spring training, it can be awesome. And people thought because the way I talk,
no, guys have
then people think like, oh my god,
guys have different. Let me break it down for people.
Team.
People, look, because we have to break it down so people understand. People have different ways of doing things. My dad liked to get out of spring training early during the day. Other guys like to extend practice longer. Some guys like to hit night game to day game. Those are things that separate managers.
So I'll give you an example though, and this is where people where when a team gets big, and I think this is a challenge. I think NFL guys do a great job, better than any other sport. Basketball's easier. You got 5 guys. They tend to all be the same race, all listen to the same music. The token white guy's like, you better join us or you're not on this team. But a game that's diverse, football is also very easy. Game of baseball is very different. Even hockey, it's almost European people. Game of baseball, you got Dominicans on one side listening to bachata, Venezuelans on the other side listening to salsa. You got the country boys listening to country music or pop, and then maybe hip hop goes across, okay? Whoever's the top dog in the clubhouse usually runs the music. White Sox, it was Frank Thomas. Over fights, always arguments.
Big fight.
In Montreal, it was Vladimir Guerrero. So I'm Lee Stevens. I'm sitting down in a thing, and I'm Latino, and I'm already annoyed, and I'm not even a player, that it's 3 a.m. and Vladdy's playing blasting music. Again,
Vladdy, Oogie.
Okay, but that's the style. And then I get to Atlanta, okay? And I look at the style. There's no music.
No music at all.
No music at all. Only TV is one thing. Everyone's the same.
It's only baseball.
If somebody on that team would have came out and said, "Hey," and I remember the John Rocker situation where John Rocker had a situation where he made comments, and it was handled as, "We are the Braves," as a Braves. So when a team comes in and you you pick player A over player B because you believe that this person's belief system is better than this person, that's when disunity happens in clubhouse.
Exactly. So I'll give you another example. He didn't like football. He didn't love football being during the game.
Yeah, it's true.
And some guys, that's middle of college football season, and that's how guys that aren't playing get away.
But there was players that were okay with that.
They're
so
okay with that.
So
everyone, you won't know what Tony is or any other manager until the actual spring training.
But I'm saying, but I love those rules though. Even though you're taking away something from the players, why? Because I'll be honest with you. If I'm a player and I hate the show that you're watching, I don't want to be at the ballpark at 11 o'clock in the morning and I'm watching the same show you're watching.
Not only that,
it was Jeopardy. Never change the channel. Okay, whatever. Judge Judy, Jeopardy, same thing every day.
Listen,
and then MLB Network.
Yeah, I went to an All-Star game when my dad was managing in Pittsburgh, and Big Papi was the one running the music, and it was full-blown reggaeton. No one told him anything.
But again, that makes it at least that's for one session.
Because there's 2 different types of guys, people. There's a guy that puts music in his AirPods,
and then there's a guy that makes it.
And there's a guy that wants to blast the music across the clubhouse, and everyone hears music.
So that's an issue with Trevor, I think.
No, but I'm system.
Oh, you broke a lot.
I broke a lot of music system. Why?
Because you wanted everybody to be the same.
No, I walk in there. Frank.
I remember
Ray got his own stuff.
Ray Durham was big.
All of a sudden, I come from my house tired to listen to your mom and you guys crying. You guys, I go home. As soon as I walk to the clubhouse. Bam, bam, bam. I say, hey, listen, bro, can you put it down? No. Wah. No more music.
He didn't like Diddy. But so I think the Trevor Bauer situation is very interesting because I think he's a great pitcher. He just needs to find the right team to
Isn't
fit
the hot girl his agent?
His agent. She's a top 30 under 40s. But they're going to get the money. I think for him it's the right fit.
And Puig.
Puig still hasn't signed.
She represents Puig.
But I'm saying, why do you think Puig don't have a job last year or whatever?
He wanted too much money
for 60 days.
Okay, he want more money, and because some players nowadays, some players go, I don't care how good he's on the field, but I don't think he's good off the field.
Kyle Schwarber doesn't have a job. What's the difference? You can sign Kyle Schwarber or Jesse Puig. Schwarber's going to come in there,
Be quiet.
not give you a headache. You got Puig, and he's going to tell you, like, we should do this way.
Oh, by the way, Puig's way better player than
Not
Schwarber.
a better hitter, but not a better hitter.
I say, hey, PLA.
Not a better hitter.
I say player, not hitter.
I'd much rather have Schwarber.
I'd rather much have Kyle Schwarber.
Good for you. But Schwarber can only play DH,
And he
DH.
plays left field. He's not worse defensively than Eloy Jimenez.
He's not very good at
Maybe
left field.
not, but in the meanwhile,
We
How
have a
good
question.
defensively is Puig? Does he have gold gloves? Does he have
no, but he's
metrics?
better, man. Come on, he got
Well,
better
'cause he
arm.
looks better.
He got better arm.
He
He's
runs
better
better.
athlete. He's not a better hitter, but he's a better player.
In the game of baseball, we play now for hitting. And again, when it comes to, and I think Puig should sign, I think he was worth too much money, but getting back to the situation, I think Trevor Bauer will sign. I think that for him, a 1-year deal for a lot of money, get to see how he feels with the clubhouse. No, I'm saying
I don't think you don't take that risk of
for 1 year.
No, him.
Oh, him. I'm saying the team.
Oh,
I
him.
would love to bring him in, test him out, because you know what the worst situation is?
He's got to cash
Bringing
out.
him in for a 5-year deal,
He's got to cash
and
out.
then you don't like him.
He's got to cash out. George Springer's got to cash out because they're coming off good years,
Yeah, I agree.
and this is their time.
Well,
to
not
I
cash
bet
good
you-
years,
I
not
bet
good
you they
years.
don't.
Good 60.
I bet you they don't. I bet you they don't catch out because the money situation in
Teams are
baseball.
scared.
Okay, so,
They're not
so
coming back
next week,
because signs. Mr. Loria signed my baby, my man, Giancarlo Stanton. That's going to be a lot of
Yeah, long-term
careful,
contract.
guys, careful.
long-term contracts might be in the down, but again, non-tender, we were super surprised. Let us know on the social media on Being Guillén. Let us know what you think. What do you think about the Aubrey Huff situation? What do you think about the Trevor Bauer situation, which is not a Trevor Bauer situation? He's just talking, which I think it's really cool. We love Trevor Bauer on the show. Mad respects. He is a Cy Young. Should call him Mr.
I love
Cy
because
Young.
you know why we like
And-
Trevor Bauer? Because we have something to talk about.
No, Bauer, Aubrey, let us know what you think. And then again, the non-tender. Let us know next week. We're still voting. We want to do a Hall of Fame ballot.
Hey,
Let
Bobby
me know-
Abreu, number 1, Andrew Jones, number 2.
By the way, let us know what
Period.
your ballot is this week. Send in your ballot. We're going to share the ballot.
Yes.
Share us your ballot. We've been arguing about this guy's wrong. What's your ballot and why? Let us know. Keep following us on La Vida Baseball and our social medias. Have a great Friday and stay safe.
Let's go. By the way, Abreu and Mr. Andrew Jones should be a Hall of Fame better quicker than anyone.